Ladies and gentlemen, happy Sabbath and welcome to Gashi's Kaman TV. In this video, I want us to look at how the government is planning to rig the elections. We are going to look at how William Samoei Ruto's men will do everything to ensure that William Samoei Ruto is declared the president come August 10, 2027. If you look at the politics today, if you look at the current situation, you agree with me that there is no way that William Samoei Ruto can win an election. The only thing remaining is through rigging. And how is this one going to be carried out? Because looking at William Samoei Ruto, I'm convinced that he is not even likely to hand over power, even if he is defeated. Listening to his advisors, listening to his aides, listening to people who works with him, especially from the Khalid nation, you agree with me that these guys are determined to do everything. In fact, Sudi the other day told Kenyans that the government is working underground, and this caught my attention. So, how is election going to be rigged? In my view, the government is going to use IEBC. As we speak today, IBC is not reconstituted. As we speak, there is a case in court, and this one is likely to take ages, because even if the High Court dismiss the petition, the petitioner is likely to go to the Court of Appeal. And even if he is defeated in the Court of Appeal, he is likely to go to the Supreme Court. This is what we call delaying tactics. And it is very, very much deliberate. The objective of this is to ensure that the commissioners do not have time to learn how to conduct the elections. They don't have time even to prepare. Remember, I told you in one of my videos that IBC is behind schedule. They have not actually delimited the constituency boundaries, the voter registration, so many things that need to be done, including tendering of various items. So IBC will be compromised, and most likely is likely to have stretch people, greenhorns, and we have already seen the chairman is a greenhorn, little known, and these are the people who are expected to conduct the election. In fact, it is by design. Number two, in my view, the government is likely to use refugees. There are hundreds and thousands of refugees in various camps, from Kakuma to wherever. And these are not Kenyans, by the way. And if they are going to vote, how is the opposition going to know whether they have voted or not? Because you see, when you look at Kenya, we have seen so many, especially Somali refugees. And I don't know whether you have ever asked yourself, why is IBC staffed with so many Somalis? With all due respect to the Somali brothers and sisters, when you look at it, you agree with me, from the secretariat is staffed with this community. And now, when the refugees are supposed to be taken back to their country, in fact, they should be taken back to their country, you agree with me, the government is not in a hurry to take them back to their country. Some of these people, wherever they came from, the countries are no longer at war. They are peaceful. And if you ask me, the government is doing this deliberately. So if these guys are going to vote for William Samoei Ruto, if the refugees are going to vote for William Samoei Ruto, I'm not sure about the actual number. But remember, we have so many refugees camps that could even account 1 million votes. Number two, when I look at what happened to Tanzania, in Tanzania yesterday, when I saw the extension of abductions of Kenyans in Tanzania, remember Akina Boniface Mwangi, when you look at what happened, actually it's an extension of what is happening in Kenya. And there's no way Tanzania could have gone ahead and abducted and tortured Kenyans without the approval of the Kenyan authorities. Ladies and gentlemen, when I say that these presidents from the East African community works hand in hand to sustain each other in power, they collaborate with each other to ensure that they remain in power, then it is now very clear to all and sundry when what is happening in Kenya is being repeated in our neighbors, in a neighboring country, that is Tanzania. So don't be surprised if you hear that the government secretary has set polling stations in the neighboring countries. It is very, very much possible to set polling stations in Uganda, very, very much possible to set polling stations in Somalia, very, very much possible to set polling station in Tanzania, and even in South Sudan. This is something that is likely to happen. Because looking at this government, it can do anything to ensure that it wins power or is back to power in 2027. There is also this idea of buying votes or voters. Kidiki is said to have distributed more than 50 million in 1 week. I don't know how much William Samoei Ruto has disbursed. This money is being especially taken to the Mlima Nation. Watu nakwambia wamekula pesa. Watu wa Mlima wanatoa pesa. Pesa zimemwagwa, and everybody is thinking about Kidiki. Is Kidiki coming? When is Kidiki coming next? But the funny thing is that even when they give out this money, when they dish out this money, even after dishing the money, people don't care, by the way. They have not been able to change the narrative. But looking at what is happening, I can tell you that the 2027 general election is going to be damn costly, especially to the government. I don't know where they are getting this money. Maybe you can let us know in the comment section. The kind of money that is being used to buy loyalty in the country is worrying. They are moving like nomads that are looking for pastures to feed their animals. Just like the Maasai move from one place to the other. So these are political nomads who are actually trying to look for votes everywhere using taxpayers' money. And it is worrying, ladies and gentlemen. And this is now the time that opposition should be very, very careful, because a number of them will be used and they'll be bought. You know, with money you can do anything in Kenya. Huo ni ukweli wa mambo. Zile pesa ambazo zitatumika katika taifa letu, they can actually tilt the election. You just need to buy the guys who are in the police stations. You buy them, and especially the agents, it's very easy to buy them. And that's why you see the narrative of two-term being escalated, so that Kenyans can be prepared that William Samoei Ruto for sure is coming for a second term. But the big question is, are they going to succeed? Are they? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Maybe you can let us know in the comment section. Have a lovely weekend, and you can let me know today where you are watching the video from. Bye-bye.